my job is about connecting any device to the internet and making them work together. So as an example, we work with device manufacturers like companies that build washing machines, or with TV manufacturers, and bringing together. And that example might be where your washing machine tells the TV that it has finished. So we provide a technology that both can connect to a cloud and talk to each other. And we bring that technology also to end users by working with telcos and utilities who want to provide it to their customers. I think convenience is for me the most part, because the house is taking things away from me that I have to do, like controlling the heating, that is done all for you, or watering the plants. So the plants have sensors. If I need water, the sensor detects it and they are being watered automatically so they don't die anymore. Or the washing machine notifies me when it's finished so I don't forget it, and after 3 days I see that the laundry is still in there and I have to start over again. So that is for me the main benefit. And underneath it's also about saving energy. In my case, mostly oil in my house, because with the heating you get the largest benefit. And also with my parents, their life is being supported. They are elderly now and they can live at home on their own for a longer time with these kinds of technologies. I have 272 sensors and actuators connected together with about 20 different technologies. And what is special in my house, I would say, is that these 20 different technologies can talk to each other, which is, as of right now, very unusual. But this is where the industry have to move to make it a success for the end user, because the end user doesn't care from whom he bought the devices. He wants them to talk to each other. Again, that's like that you can have rules where things work automatically for you. For example, when I leave the office and I get in my car, turn it on, that information is sent to the house, and in the winter that turns on the heating. So I don't have to worry about turning on the heating before I go home. And I have all the savings because the heating is not running all day long. I think right now we see some islands like Philips Hue is a solution that has gained a very good footprint on the market. Or other like webcams where you can now watch the video from remote with your tablet or iPhone. And I think within the next 10 years, all these devices get connected and integrated, is what I think will happen. Right now, I think a lot of manufacturers think they can make the better standard. So in the moment, there are more and more standards, or so-called standards, are coming up on the market. But on the other hand, now we see the first alliance, like the Smart TV Alliance, who are working together on TVs, but now extending their reach to smart home devices as well, because a lot of the smart TV manufacturers are also creating appliances and other household devices. So I think this is something that the industry has to learn, that only with common standards they can be successful in the market. Yeah, that market is very diverse, I must say. One good thing in Germany, for example, is that the protocol for all the smart meters is mandated. So I think where it can, smart energy solutions can be deployed more easily. But I think that's different in any country on the world. And yeah, smart plugs are very easy to install, and then you can measure individual devices very easily. So you can easily figure out how much energy your, for example, freezer or fridge is using, and if it makes sense to replace them. I think as all the devices are connected to a cloud, there may be services on top of that. For example, maybe new tariffs from your utility, where you get like a 15-cent spread of your utility costs if you turn off your devices or on your devices by the suggestion of the utility. These are new services that you have. But also, like you get very new integrated experiences where you can use your tablet and your TV as second screen, maybe with more video on demand services. So I think linear TV will be less and less important. So if I look at myself, I almost don't use linear TV anymore. I use online services to watch the things that I want at the time that I want. I think for security we use a standard technology that we also use for like banking applications. So I think that is all on the same level and there's no difference for smart home. I think privacy, of course, is important. So you need a consent of a user and a way of fine granularly define what information gets out there. So, for example, if you have access to this data from a smart meter, uh, you know pretty much when you wake up in the morning, when you cook your meal, and when you watch TV. So that information is very valuable, and maybe it doesn't even shouldn't leave the house, and you get only the external information from your utility in when to turn on and off things. So I think putting the intelligence solely in the cloud and nothing at home is not the right solution to address privacy. So there will be always a hybrid solution where part of the intelligence is left in the house and part is in the cloud. And so you can keep the data inside the house that you want to be there. But of course that is different in parts of the world. So in Central Europe I think people are more aware of privacy, but in the US they don't care too much about that. So where different solutions are also used or possible. I think everything is integrated with each other. I think that's the key to provide additional features. So maybe in 10 years you can walk through the house and you don't have to turn on and off a light or anything because it detects where you are. And if you go into the car, you take the information with you in the car that you need there. And having everything automatically done for you requires that communication. And I think also, like when you build a house, the architect has to have a lot of knowledge about smart home, because your heating should talk to your to other parts of the house, and your electrical installation needs to be connected with the heating in some way. And I think this is where we right now lacking big time. I think with cognitive computing there are also a lot of possibilities. Uh, um, so um, we have that Watson technology, and we have a demo that I shown earlier called Chef Watson. So you can enter what you want to cook. Like I have in my fridge, I have pork, and maybe I want to do something with rice right now. And so Watson is making a recipe just for you. So Watson learned over time what you like and what you don't like, and what ingredients you cannot use because you're allergic to them. And so you get every day a suggestion for a recipe what you can cook. And I think that there you get a lot of variety on food, like you don't eat the same thing every time. Maybe it's only little differences, but I think that enriches my life a lot.